Hello. Sorry for taking so long to get ready. Multiple things conspired against me. Mental health, the fact I needed to do like my maintenance, and I started way too late on that. And then the machine spirit itself conspired against me and wouldn't detect my fracking GPUs. And even when I said the software wouldn't render because of, well, it started streaming because of NVENC or something, so I had to restart. So basically, I've just spent like troubleshooting and just trying to do maintenance and get myself ready. And as I said, everything just conspired against me, which is always a fun time. So anyway, hi, welcome to Band of Crystal. As always, I'm streaming later than I said. I think all my stream times are just in Valve time at this point. There's no other reason for it, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know, that's a bit probably too loud, I don't know. If it's not loud enough, please let me know. But today we're just going to be working more on this barrel. You can see I've done the actual main barrel part, beating it up a little bit because it is like, you know, meant to be in an abandoned shop sort of thing. It's going to have fire in it, which is probably what we're also going to be doing. It's just going to be add a bit of mesh inside just to make it look like it's trash or something in it, and then we'll texture that in substance paint to make it look like it. So then after that we are going to go into fracking UV mapping this stupid thing. And yeah, good time will be had by all, hopefully, she says. So let's get started. We're just gonna need like probably a plane. I think will be the best one, and then we'll just start, you know, subdividing it and start moving that around with the proportional editing sort of thing. That is the overall vibe we're going for right now. I think wasn't this like 9? I'm gonna have to consult the screenshot of the diameters for the circle. The entire cylinder for the barrel is from, which from 1st of October. Okay, 0.295. That's not quite what I was expecting to happen. So, good now. Okay, so 20 down, 20 there. Actually, yeah, maybe that's like, maybe we should start with this and go from there. That might be a better idea. Or maybe, you know, 21. Yeah, that's a little bit more ideal. We can work with this. Also, maybe we should change this to global, so we don't get any other unforeseen problems. So we're going to need to like be clipping it between the inside and the outside mesh of the barrel, more or less. How is everyone today? I hope everyone's having a good week. I hope you've done everything you want to. Again, today has not been the strongest sort of starts, but I'm trying to bounce back from it, you know. Oh yeah, I'm still going to do it on the other side. Whoops. But yeah, I've been working on stuff. The RFI vlog is finally done. That's finally up. The part 2 went up yesterday, which I deliberately made it look different, and I made no reference to part 2. So, which is, in a way, it's annoying because part 1 says part 1 in intro card. Part 2 has the dates I was there. To try and throw my extended family to thinking it's a 2-part thing. But it just means it just looks kind of weird. And that's not something I can fix after the fact once I know they've for certain they've watched it and haven't watched the other part. It's a bit of a double-edged sword. The thumbnail and the title I can change. But you know, if everything else, you know, the other part, not so much. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can tell you right now that is going to the outside. We have to do this, make sure that's the one. There is like the layer between that's basically the layer between the inside and the outside bit. So that's how little we got to work with here. We are on for graphics, so that's good. That's ideal. Oh yeah, that's because when that is right now is exactly where I put one of the things in it. That's why right there. That's where I decided that would be. Okay, that would do that then. Yep. Understandable. Have a nice day. Okay, so I'm gonna back that up and we'll continue that. We don't need that open anymore. Music, not music. That's something else. Don't need that because I won't be working on the classmate video, which I have resumed work on. Finally, which I did post an image of that on my Mastodon, which is this. Hold on. There it is. So yeah, that's how you can see that. No, well, I've started work again yesterday, and yes, you did. So yeah, I'm very happy about. Wait, what the? Okay, I was like, what the fuck is going on? What kind of stream are you running here? Or backup solution even? But yeah, it's nice I finally saw it. I've been itching to get back to work on that for ages, like legitimately. Wow, it looks like a globe because the way that has this contouring. Okay, that's not it, Chief. Or maybe it is. Because it's not exactly center, is it? I don't know what I'm doing. So yep, okay. Outstanding move. So I'm very glad I'm starting work again. I've been itching to do that for ages, and and I'm hoping to get that done by December at the latest, which is taking later than I wanted. I wanted it done that maybe in September, but because the RI like kind of pushed that back, hasn't it? And I gotta re-record a few lines in the demonstration portion because I have not done my due diligence apparently, or I just misremembered when I wrote up the script and did the notes. So because I misremembered means there's some things I've said that is not really accurate to what's going on screen, nor about the program I'm covering it itself. So So, you know. Bit of a whoop-de-doo, like, oof moment. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do that individually, so. Suppose I still got to record the camera things with the intro, introduction and the conclusion. That's going to take some oh no. I just pulled it up and I was like, oh, not yet, Fab. Because we should have let's go around and then we can start pushing and pulling to basically give it the deformity that we're going to be after. But yeah, other than that, you might notice a different icon theme because macOS Tile has come out, and I did kind of dig its kind of new, like, look at the mail icon in particular. They're kind of, oh, you suck, you know that, right? There you go. Oh, you really do suck. But basically, I like they got the new like mail icon for it, and also the new Finder. Like, I like the new kind of outline, the gradients. It looks very aesthetically pleasing. I'm so glad Apple changed that and put the colors for Finder back to its original ones instead of flipping it, which did look weird, and I didn't really like that. So I'm glad I backtracked on that. But basically, what I'm saying is that for a large portion, the new macOS icons are good. And again, I don't really like macOS that much, but I'll give credit where credit is due. Apple does know how to make some good icons, and honestly, they're just better than like GNOME's default icons. I don't really like GNOME's default icons, and do prefer macOS, but I do prefer WhiskOS icons to large portion of Apple ones. But the new Final Cut icon also looks nice. I like the way how the light is basically reflecting with the curves, very aesthetically pleasing. But you can see I got some non like modern icons. So like for GIMP and Inkscape is Paint and Draw on WhiskOS. We like the icons for this is from WhiskOS Adjust or WhiskOS Select, so 4.39. We like those icons. So and I remember I manually upscaled that in GIMP. So there they are. Very nice, very aesthetically pleasing. The same with 86 boxes. I just named PC Pro, which was the name of the PC emulation software on Acorn. So we like that ALF1 logo one. Also, I like this, like the old smart notebook. The old one, the new one, like from version 10 onwards, looks so bland and boring. No character. This, look at that. It's got the old smart board, so much character. So I recreated that in game. That took me so long to recreate. Well, board was I barely used, but I'm glad I got that icon. It's a very nice icon, and I'm glad I done it. I need to mess around with Roomba a little bit more at some point. Maybe I'll do that as a bit of a de-stressing thing, just for the lols. Because friction and it's just Apple's not updated the icons for that, which it's fine because these icons are very nice as it is. So I don't mind that Apple has not changed the icons for like, well, essentially it's motion and compressor, which I've used for handbrake and friction respectively. And of course, the old Office 2004 for Mac icons. I like that and Office 2008 icons. Again, look at that. It's so bubbling, so much that I just can't help but fall in love with it. And of course, the discs icon is the disk utility, disk formatter tool from WhiskOS 4, which again, very nice. I really like the drive icon in WhiskOS 4, and the icon with the it's like very nice. Like it's old, but it looks so nice. That's why. So it's basically a mix of old icons from WhiskOS and modern icons from fracking macOS. It seems to be like my overall thing, depending how I think something fits an application that I regularly use. So you know, that's pretty fun, I would say. Was also I also like the new Ethernet, you know, and caffeine icons. The mic icon that they ripped from fracking Tailhail macOS 25, I think it is, macOS or 26. Not a fan. Not really a fan of it. I could take it or leave it, please, more or less. Oh, that's nice. Gonna have to do that. What the... Yeah, that's just different on that side as well, okay. But we are busy with that covered. I'm busy with the news I have. I don't really have much else. Little Nightmares 3 came out. That's exciting. Can't afford that immediately. Let's close that. Don't need you right now. But that's all. I haven't bought it. It's £35. I do want to buy it at some point and probably stream it. But with anything, it's money, and that's one thing I just don't terribly have. Turn you up. And now we're gonna turn on this and get to work. Because this will have to be turned up because it's rust for the dent. So it's like that. But also we're gonna turn it down, so we're gonna have a bit of randomness to it. So start with that. Just gonna turn that down. So yeah, we're probably gonna start like adding random more lines of edge. It's not very good for typology, but should be good for like giving a you know, a trash kind of look. And then we're gonna have like a bit of a stream of that, so like it's not gonna be too big of a job, relatively speaking, and I feel like I'm peaking a lot than I should. I do like this. I really wish there was like a FLAC option. Christmas orchestral. Oh, don't you do that now? Don't you do that? There you go. And then we'll put that there. I'm hoping it will look very good when it's all textured. Like that is like the end goal, and of course this will be in a different material to the main barrel, just so I have a little bit of leeway when I do a slightly tweaked version where the barrel is on its side. So it's like stuff like that, you know. Because I'm going to try to get a 2 for the price of 1 model prop out of this one. Oh, my money back guaranteed. There we go. It's not like that. Which actually gives a little bit more of an aesthetically more pleasing result than I thought it would. And we're just gonna continue to just kind of whip. I know I could use like a there's like a modifier to deform this, which I think probably would be what displace. However, that is not really working the way I think it should. No. Okay. I said that was actually a bit more of a randomizer thing. Possibly a misty form. Dynamic. Maybe I'm just stupid. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe I just have the stupid. So I swear there was a modifier for that. Well, this is also a nice one, isn't it? Honestly, this is probably the type of track I would have looked when I went to do that put out a Crystria video like 5-6 years ago, which I may end up going back to, or it's just it was a good idea, nice like story panel kind of idea. But also there was this all worlds one, like another one of those storybook ideas sort of thing, like still frames but kind of in different like parallax sort of thing, like what's kind of the idea, sort of like then like I had done a storyboard for it. The storyboard for this idea has been done, but it's like one of those things I think I just had like, but actually no, that's a lie, I've been doing it, I just couldn't entirely visualize some of the shots I want to do, and because I couldn't quite visualize it, I mean I just never quite finished pre-production, and it kind of was shelved. I think this might have been before the hiatus, before I decided I was going to just give up on Pony, well not give up, but you know, move away from My Little Pony and start doing more humanoid stuff, which is a bit more professional and something I can actually use in my show reel, which My Little Pony, not so much. Ignoring the copyright issues for now, which is another reason why I just felt like I really needed to get out of my show, because that was going to cause legal problems, especially the way things are going right now. But point is that that I might go back to it, but it's not really. Point is just really not something I'm planning to go back. Really going to that too. Just go ahead and do. Then we'll probably do one here, and then we're gonna just massively deform this here. Listen, something fishy's going on here. Again, a bit of a stream here. Wow, we're just getting all of the good tracks right now. What the fuck is going on here? I'm worried my thing's gonna crash there. Yeah, something like that. A wank amateur. And something like, yes, we can work with this. Is something we can work with a little bit here. Just gonna, oh, yeah, that can't work with that though. Yeah, it's much better. Anyway, where were we? Before all that unpleasantness happened. So here, there. And again here. Get a bit here as well. Give me a large dip kind of there. And then we'll can go BRB. So, oh, So, 3 minute vertices just to try and give things a little bit more, you know, even a miracle needs a hand. And it's a bit early to be making that reference, but you know, it is what it is. Just bring you down, and then you up, with you specifically. I want to bring up with some of your friends. And then we'll just smooth that off, so. Yep, that is a deformation. That's deformed if I've ever seen one. There's some parts that I'm not entirely sure why it's like that, but maybe, you know, bring that down a little bit. Yeah, that looks good to me. Modeling 6C. And I'm just going to go to the toilet quickly because IBS is being a bit iffy as well. As everything's just conspiring against me today. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Hi, yes, hello. That took a little bit longer than I wanted. Just gonna do a additional back. Why? So fun. Yeah, IBS and fun. I was like away for what, 15-20 minutes. That is, yeah. I mean, fortunately, I have asked if there was any newer medication from the doctor. Yesterday, and there is. I'm being put on to a new medication because medicine has advanced in 13 years since I got my concept, so I'm hoping that will solve, or at least alleviate a larger portion of my IBS symptoms, and I can just, able to do things properly, and my body will respond to the way I want it to respond, and I don't spend fucking 20 minutes on a toilet. We'll see though. Yeah, the flip side is I just feel very unwell, makes me feel sick, and which is a waste of everyone's time. Either or is entirely possible, but we'll see. I'm hoping that I can get my IBS a little bit more under control, because yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like what, 49, 39 when I went BRB. Verify. So minus 15, yeah, so basically it's been 15 minutes. Normally it takes me 10 minutes, but yikes. I love having IBS. The way my body just never responds the way I want it to or expect it to. Anyway, gonna get onto this. Since I discovered what shops do from my chair prop, I've done it around these edges here. Which because if I didn't, it would just kind of blend in, and I had to be like, like if I was to something like this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to set these to flat, and oh, that's gonna ruin the aesthetic. But yeah, now I figure out what sharp does. I can just have the entire barrel smooth, which is what I want for a sort of rounded object, and just use sharp to give definition between different parts of the mess. And it very is effective on that. So very good, very good. Let's do it here. Yep, looks good to me. Looks same. And then, okay, so going to do the old like this behind thing. It's probably not going to look very good, but like I am not having confidence. Like on this whatsoever, like no confidence. Gonna have to rework to make sure the seams are fine. Oh, dang it. Tripped that. That was not what I wanted to do. That was the exact opposite of what I was hoping to do. Oh, thanks. I guess. Material editor. Barrel, well, not marrow, barrel 01. Image. Tiled. Color grade. Template. 1024 by 1024 is fine. For this, obviously it's gonna be like 2 or 4K on the actual mess. UV editing. Mm. UV modeling 1, not modeling, mapping 1. Yeah, my brain screwed on, I swear. So how bad is that gonna look? Honestly, not terrible. Like generally, it was feeling to look a bit worse. Something about the scene there, but there's not really much you can do about that. There's not really much that needs to be done. It's very much a no note sort of thing. Let's see. So maybe flip around, but other than that. Yeah, other than that, just maybe like could be like that. And then also probably straightening it out a little bit as well might do some good. Honestly, I thought I was going to look a lot worse. Thought it was going to be a lot more work. Because the night is young. The night is still very young. Mapping 2. And then we're just going to do this. Probably not the best idea, but you know. Yeah, that seems fine to me. So why are you doing that then? Oh, because I'm doing minus. That's why you're inverting it. Not going zero, because I'm not zeroing it out. I'm doing -1. Okay. Understand. Have a nice day. I may be stupid. There we go. Oh. There you go. That's what was going on. Just me having the stupid. Then zero that out. This is where, like these dents, that's probably where things are starting to go a little bit wrong. So we will see. Survey says is this the right one? Looks like it, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the other axis as well when we are done. Ah, miss a spot. It would be easier just to leave it alone, but I am not one to leave well enough alone, so you know. Because I don't even know if this is gonna look good when it's all said and done, and I may have to revert back to an earlier version. It's a learning experience for everyone involved. There you go. Because it looks pretty fun on the mist itself. It just, you know. Let's see what this does. I could be pleasantly surprised for all I know. But I say the colours of A, like, or like the darker colours, it's starting to frack with my eyes a little bit in terms of trying to see what I'm selecting. But I am still managing to do this, so hooray! I see stuff with my special eyes. 0, 0. Gee, this is a lot of it. It's 0. Okay, so it's 3 down. So right here. My mouse is not quite responding the way I think it should sometimes, and it means I'm just accidentally either pinging off to where like OBS is, or I'm accidentally tagging where activities is. Basically, these dots where activities were. Which I think actually activities are back, isn't it? If I looked at the screenshots to GNOME 449 properly. No, I'm just dumb. Apparently. Why is that? So time replaces the long-standing totem as the default video player. New document viewer. Papers replace long servers events. So what I'm presuming is this the document viewer. Well, we'll see how good that is, but I can't upgrade. I'm still stuck at version 40 of Fedora, which uses what? GNOME 45? GNOME 44? Point is, I can't upgrade because something has gone wrong in my system. Something's one of the many things I have modified over the years, whether with iFuse, with Plex, with the NVIDIA drivers. Point is, something I have installed, or something I have modified, is no longer playing nice, and it is preventing me from upgrading to the newest version. And even when I upgrade to the newest version of Fedora, I'm just noticing weird graphical issues that I know for a fact it's caused by the NVIDIA drivers, because NVIDIA doesn't really hasn't played nice with Linux for ages, if ever, and especially with Wayland. So I'm stuck with X11 because I cannot use Wayland without, you know, without me having some weird issue that stops me from using it. So considering I'm stuck at version 40 and NVIDIA is causing me issues in Linux anyway, like even now in version 40 the NVIDIA drivers are still causing me grief and issues, I think I'm gonna go, like, I might have already mentioned this. I know I complain about this a lot recently, but I do want to get like a Radeon 7800 XT, I think it was, a Sapphire version specifically, because I trust Sapphire as a brand, because the max data Windows XP machine that should have been built, Windows XP machine that had a Radeon HD 3650, I think it was, and that was from Sapphire, and that was really good, very reliable. So I would go with Sapphire again if I go with a ATI card. So that's what I will do. It was 7800 XT because it's based on RDNA 2, I think it is. What RDNA version are we at? is going to be this plus 1. So, 100 XT. What architecture is it? General. I was hoping you'd give me a little bit more, you know, what type of RDNA are we using? RDNA 2. What is it? Navi. Okay, yeah, so RDNA 3. So it's based on RDNA 3, which is which, well, it's not as good as RDNA 4. It's still a massive improvement over RDNA 2. It should still give me good performance in like my main workflow, which is, you know, Blender, Substance Painter, ID, Armor, Paper, Armor, Paint, again, issues. But again, I think part of the issues I'm having is from the NVIDIA drivers. But anyway, since I have to get like, RDNA 3 still have good graphics. Give me 4 gigs of extra video memory because I've got 12 in the 3060. So I get more video memory, but maybe not quite as good performance in like my, you know, creative tasks, because let's be honest, NVIDIA does kind of have a stranglehold, a monopoly on that one. But still pretty comparable performance to a 3060 with HIP-M. And maybe even AV1 encoding, like hardware AV1 encoding, and I don't have to rely on software, which I've had to do when I re-rendered the part 1 of the RI vlog, because for whatever reason, oh, okay, I missed. I don't know how I'd done. That's how. Oh no. Okay. Fuck. Oh. Is it gonna? Oh no! Oh. Why would I do this? So, it's treason then. I don't even know which one that is. It's probably not that one, is it? Nope, yep, that. Just done it again. And then... I don't even know which one I was straightening now. Like, frack knows. So, yeah, it might not give me better performance, but hopefully it'll give me comparable performance with more VRAM and better compatibility in Linux. I won't have to have this stupid issue anymore with the... Even when I upgrade, I have stupid graphic issues that forces me to downgrade anyway. I'm hoping that to be a thing of the past. I just need a lot more money than I do right now to afford the upgrade, or, you know, the side grade. And, like, some additional other parts I want to get, like new hard drive, a new SSD, secondary SSD, so I can retire the Elements drive. because, quite frankly, having the external hard drive so I can just easily transfer a file, you know, move from one computer to another. Good idea in theory. That's not good when you're actually just going to use systems long term, like at least 7 years. So, again, good idea in theory. In practice, not so much. So yeah, we're going to need one of these. Good, I'm definitely not going to be able to afford a workstation one. The Radeon Pro, now that would be nice. How much would that set me back on eBay if I wanted one of those? It's probably going to be at least £1,000, right? I mean, that is not the most egregious, but they're all from China. I'm presuming there's none in the UK. No, but if I can have a Radeon Dual, which is fucking probably based on, you know, Polaris, or whatever how you pronounce it. Considering it's so cheap, it probably is that old of a generation. It's GTI 5, not even GTR 6X. That is, and the link for that is on there. Yeah, Polaris. There we go, Polaris. So I was like, this is a Polaris system. Would have a lot more VRAM. But that is not. Yeah, that is a lot. 32 gigs is only double the resolution of the but with this I imagine, oh, forgot I had that there. I don't even know if that link still works. That was during a different era. So if I wanted like because I did like a relatively stock unit. These are some weird pricing. This is probably hopefully it's like a 2 slot thing. What's that 2U? But that's a lot bigger than that. But yeah, the Pulse series is probably what I'm after. Definitely nothing that big. My point is to go with that SSD, which is fucking somewhere. I have a Samsung like 4TB Evo SSD SATA, which is based on QLC. Bought that for the anywhere. I can just format and reuse that because I'm not really using it, and so I was like, oh, I might need it again, but I probably won't need it to get the stuff on that again. So I've just used that for like my main project drive, and then the hard drive for basically taking over the main role of the Elemental, which will hold all my pictures, videos, old project files, but not like from Adobe and stuff. Like, don't we need to copy that over? That's real legacy files that I'd probably only need once in a full moon, if even that. You know, music, like basically be the main data drive. There's the hope that the Sapphire drive has the Sapphire card has not been thrashed from like crypto mining or whatever life it had before. Basically picking up Slack as my 3D animation rendering workstation card, because I can't afford a brand new Radeon Pro card, unfortunately. Oh well, fuck you too. We gotta be near to this now. Whoops. Oh. Well, good thing I noticed that early on. Look at these colours, it's like, it's just, it blends in with these points very well. It's very easy to make that mistake, and because it's fracking with my eyes a little bit. Absolutely fracking with it. Don't know why that point is randomly high like that, but you know. We're almost done now. I'm at the home one. 3. So we're checking I select the right one. 2. Oh. 1. 0. Honestly, not as bad looking as I thought it would. Having basically zeroed all out. Are we looking up here? I mean, I think the main issues are going to be like where these deformations. Oh, I think that's probably where the main issue is going to be. Well, texturing. I see that being the main problem. Modeling again, almost did that. UV mapping for a UV mapping for B. I don't know why that's went down, but you know, yeah, so. Ruined, thanks to Perky here. Just gonna zero that out so that doesn't cause problems. Yo, now back to the matter at hand. Why would I? Man, I suck. Like, utterly and completely. Should not have checked Discord. That was a regret. Not a regret in a bad way, but geez, that kind of was a flashbang I just saw. Very euphoric flashbang, but a flashbang nonetheless. Then we deal with the mental issues I've been dealing with today. Because this fire sucks, honestly. And it decided just to hit me like a freight train for no good reason. So, that really does help reading that. So it's not like oh, I regret it. It's like, oh, it's a bad thing. It's like, I regret that. Because, jeez. It's like, you know, it's like saying regret, but in a positive, not really affectionate. That is not the right word. But definitely in a positive way. It's like, friendly way. Endearing, I suppose. But again, that doesn't feel like the right word. Yeah, it's better for me in a better mood. But back to this. Once I do this, I'll probably say I'm done with the stream because we didn't really get that much done. Because yeah, part of the break was the fact it took me way too long to stream because everything just kind of conspired against me. Despite my best efforts, I probably would have gone online at least 10 minutes earlier if my OBS decided it was going to play nice. If my OBS, I didn't need to restart the thing, but alas, it was not meant to be. Which is a big sad moment. Oh, I pressed T instead of Y. Because knows what that would have done. Okay, that time I just didn't win straight. There you go. Blow that. And then, huzzah. Six to 10 business days. We'll be done with this, hopefully. I'm working incredibly hard. Even though I said we're gonna like cut down the workload and like reduce the amount of props that needs to be made, there's still quite a few like absolutely necessary props. Some of the other ones are a bit more superfluous, which definitely with the whole scene building thing, it's a cyberpunk thing, but it's almost been 1 year since I started work on this. It might even be 1 year. Depends when the alpha for 4.1 came out that had EV next. It was, I think it was legitimately though, before I had announced phase 3. I started work on it and I shelved it, just focusing on getting phase 3 done, and then I resumed work on this. And I think, yeah, we have, and during that time we're still on pre-production because I'm only working about this at most an hour per day, unless it's like the weekend, but those are like different things. But like an average weekday, I'm spending about half an hour to 1 hour. I think it's close to half an hour per day, which is not really enough to even improve my skills. So you need to do it a little bit longer term than that processing. But there's so much projects I need to do, so much I need to be done, so many jobs to apply for the job center to keep them happy, and also eventually get a job for my long-term survival. And I can't work in the evenings because of my IBS. Means like progress has been a lot slower than I personally would have liked for this. Because progress has been slow, means that we have not done. I've not done in this amount of time that I would have done like years ago when I didn't have to worry about it. Well, I still would apply for jobs, but at least I had a little bit more free time on my hands, which I just don't really these days. This is a big sad moment. I don't know about you, that looks pretty convincing. Doesn't look that badly deformed. So yeah. Yeah. What was that? Honestly, I guess it's because man what that was. Caps locks was on, so mapping 5. I thought it was like an orthographic because of that one, but no, that's orthographic. Yeah. Could do this, but nah, I'm pretty sure I'm done now. Oh, that was not what I wanted. It won't even respond to me trying to do that. Okay. Okay, so that's why we're leaving it there because it's getting late. I need to have lunch. I also am responsible for cooking tonight, so I gotta go to Asda. I know it sounds like I'm making excuses to start, but it really is just how it is. It's been one of those weeks. We did not get done as much as I hoped. I hoped it would be UV map, done UV map, maybe even get into substance maybe to start baking the textures, but that hasn't really happened. Again, just unfortunate circumstances. I'm very happy I managed to stream like at all because there was actually a time when I first got, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be able to. So at least I was able to stream. Not as much as I hoped, didn't get as much done as I also would have hoped, but what we have done, we have finished modeling the barrel. We have UV mapped a good portion of it, and the next one, basically the rubbish part, the trash that will be put on fire using particles. That we have done. That's the next one, but that's gonna be pretty good. It's like unwrap sort of thing. Bibbidi bobbidi boop. You're off to the races laughing. So that's not gonna take too long to do. And we have done like the hard part, so yeah, not soon as I want, but we did make some good progress, even if in the grand scheme of things it's not as much as I hoped. I'm so happy with what I've done though. It's good progress. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm hoping to be streaming again on Tuesday with either Indigo Park or Left 4 Dead 2, IBS permitting, at 8 p.m. BST. I think it's going to be GMT soon, isn't it? Not for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. We're fine on that. Don't have to worry about that one. I'm hoping to stream Behind the Crystal again in 2 weeks on the 25th. Again, IBS permitting, along with if I'm actually around by then, because there's a good chance I'll be at grandparents. So this might be the only live stream for October. But if I stream on the 25th, hopefully it will. I'll be streaming for longer, a little bit more on time would be good. And not like spend like 10 minutes in itself just me getting really out of here to start streaming because that was not also desirable. We'll see, that's future Eevee's problem. For current Eevee, current problem is to get lunch. So, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something from this. I hope you enjoyed this live stream. And I'll see you around. Bye.